For most of the 20th century, this site behind me, Roebling Steel in Florence, New Jersey, forged a good part of American industry. But in the 21st century, the town has changed, but also the town has also forged an athletic force with an iron will. Roebling Steel was one of the major American producers of steel cable, which was used for hoisting elevators such as those found in the Empire State Building. Roebling steel cabling was also used to construct the iconic Brooklyn Bridge in New York City. But when the mill closed in 1982, that meant that Florence, a town of about 10,000 on the eastern banks of the Delaware River, had to reinvent itself. These days, a light rail line runs through town, and a solar farm is at the city's outskirts. Throughout it all, the town has developed a generations-long love affair with its sports teams. One of Florence's all-time greats was Gina Carey, who won a pair of NCAA Division III field hockey championships at Trenton State College, as well as developing into one of the finest women's lacrosse goalies that college lacrosse had ever seen. It was expected that her daughter, Lexi Smith, would carry on the family tradition. But when she scored 44 goals in her debut season, an absolutely unheard of total as a freshman, she started drawing regional and national attention. But she deflected all the credit, saying that her success was due to her hard work.
I play all year round, and a lot of other kids aren't willing to do that, and I feel like that's one of the reasons why I'm so successful, and my team is the same way. We come out and we run 3 miles before practice, whether we're tired or not, and that shows, and that's kind of the mentality that my mom and the other Florence coaches has instilled in us, is at work while everyone else is sleeping, and that's why myself and my team have been so successful.
League rules that kept margins of victory to 7 in any particular contest, Smith and her Florence teammates just kept on scoring. By the beginning of the 2012 season, Smith was within striking distance of the 27-year-old national record for goals scored, and she was sitting among many luminaries and stars of the game in the United States. As the record approached, there were plenty of indications around town of support for Smith, including a large mural at the center of town with a field hockey player with the number 32 on it.
I think that was supposed to be my mom, not me.
Oh.
But, yeah. But it kind of hit me that all this was going to happen probably beginning of this season, that this moment was going to come, and I was waiting for it.
The final assault on the record began in October 2012 with a first-half brace against Palmyra. But because of a leg injury and the kind of man-marking schemes that have bedeviled her throughout her high school career, she went scoreless for the next week. That is, until the 9th minute of Florence's home game against Riverside.
That's what probably is the most special for me, or how cherished and how lucky I am or how cherished I am by my family, how lucky I am to have this huge support group behind me, and I wouldn't be able to do it without them. That was probably one of the best moments I've experienced through high school. I mean, it's an amazing feeling when your parents are proud of you, and just so happens that my mom is my coach, and we've made a lot of sacrifices with her being my coach, and it's all worth it now that I got to have that moment with her when I scored that goal.
She's been very blessed. I always tell Lexi, create yourself, put yourself around positive people and good people, and you're going to be successful in life. I've actually learned that from Sharon Pfluger at TCNJ, and I've told her that, and she does that with her athletes, her friends, and of course she has a very big family.
Smith, unlike many of the players on the national goal scoring charts, is not part of the U.S. high performance system, which begs the question, where does she rank amongst the greatest in the 103-year history of American high school field hockey?
For me, knowing the barriers that she's gone through we have a 7-goal rule, we can't score more than 7 goals. She plays for one of the smallest schools in Group 1. I mean, I've got 18 kids for 2 teams. You do the math. It's tough. So I think regardless when it gets broken, if it ever gets broken, this is something that she can never get taken away from her, ever. And she has been blessed through the years with fantastic teammates around her.
and she'll have new teammates when she joins up with perennial Division III powerhouse the College of New Jersey in fall of 2013. For topofthecircle.com, this is Al Matei.